Good evening, America, and welcome to the Weekly Review, your in-depth look at the week's biggest stories. This week has been nothing short of seismic, from domestic policy battles to international escalations that have the world on edge. Joining us exclusively tonight is President Donald J. Trump, the 42nd States, to discuss the events shaping our nation and the globe. Mr. President, thank you for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you, Alex. It's great to be here. We've had an incredible week, tremendous progress, really. The fake news might not tell you that, but we're making America great again. And the world is noticing. Let's get into it.
Let's start with the most pressing development of the week, Mr. President. The U.S.-led military strikes on Iran, which you announced early Saturday morning. Reports indicate that these operations, in coordination with Israel, targeted key Iranian leadership, including Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who Israeli officials and you have confirmed was killed in the strikes. You've described this as Operation Epic Fury, aimed at regime change and dismantling Iran's nuclear and missile programs. What prompted this escalation now, after previous strikes last year, and how do you respond to critics who say this puts American lives at risk? Without congressional approval?
Alex, let me tell you, Iran has been a disaster for decades, killing Americans, funding terrorism, building nukes. They rejected every deal I offered them, even after we hit their nuclear sites last year. They were rebuilding missiles that could hit our allies in Europe and even reach America soon. We couldn't wait anymore. This was a window of opportunity. Precise, powerful strikes. We took out pound and dozens of their top thugs. It's regime change, yes, because the Iranian people deserve freedom. They're rising up already. As for Congress, I have the authority.
As commander-in-chief, the Democrats are just playing politics, like we've already lost 3 brave service members in retaliatory attacks.
And that's tragic, but we're winning big. This will end terrorism from Iran once and for all.
Some of your own supporters, including figures like Tucker Carlson, have expressed concerns that this could lead to a prolonged conflict. Echoing past wars in the Middle East, you've mentioned potential American casualties in your announcement video. How long do you anticipate these operations will last, and what's the exit strategy?
Look, Tucker is a great guy, but sometimes people get nervous. This isn't like Iraq or Afghanistan. Those were messes under Bush and Obama. This is smart, targeted bombs, missiles, no endless boots on the ground. We've sunk their navy, destroyed their missile factories. It could be days, weeks, whatever it takes. The exit is when Iran surrenders, gives up nukes, and the people take over. I told the Iranians, rise up. We're helping them. No more forever wars under Trump.
Shifting to domestic news from earlier in the week, on Tuesday, you delivered your State of the Union address. You lambasted Democrats as crazy and unpatriotic. You also highlighted economic achievements and immigration reform. Democrats have since accused you of failing to protect Americans in that ongoing policy disputes. How do you address those criticisms, especially in light of the Supreme Court's ruling last Friday, striking down parts of your global tariffs program?
The State of the Union was fantastic, highest ratings ever. People loved it. I told the truth. Economy booming. Unemployment low at 4.3%, inflation down to 2.4%. Democrats, they're socialists, want open borders. On tariffs, the Supreme Court got it wrong. Bad decision, but we're fighting back with new measures. Tariffs made China billions, protected American jobs. We'll win the lawsuits like FedEx's fake claims. My policies are working. Critics are just jealous.
On Monday, there was a dramatic incident at Mar-a-Lago, where Secret Service agents fatally shot an armed man attempting to breach the property. This comes amid heightened security concerns. You've also hosted events honoring families of victims killed by undocumented immigrants. How does this tie into your administration's immigration surge? And charges against protesters in Minnesota?
Terrible incident at Mar-a-Lago. Secret Service did a phenomenal job. Save lives. It's because of weak borders under Biden, criminals pouring in. We're deporting them now. Big numbers.
The Minnesota protesters, they're radicals, attacking churches, causing chaos. We charge 30 more. Law and order. You've also floated ideas about a friendly takeover of Cuba amid the U.S. fuel blockade there, and there's ongoing scrutiny over withheld dots in the Epstein probe naming you. Any comment on those?
Cuba, they've been a mess. Communists. If they want help, we'll make a deal.
But no more free ride. Epstein, fake news, witch hunt. I barely knew the guy. Documents are hoaxes pushed by Democrats. One more on the international front. Reports suggest growing frustration with military options on Iran earlier in the week, with your top general warning of high risks. And John Bolton has sounded alarms on the gamble. Do you regret not pursuing diplomacy further?
No regrets. Diplomacy failed because Iran wouldn't budge. Bolton, good guy, but he's out now. We had to act. This is strength. Weakness invites attacks. Look at Ukraine, still a mess because of weak leadership. Poor me.
Mr. President, you've covered a lot of ground on a whirlwind week. Any final thoughts for the American people?
America, we're stronger there. Ignore the doomsayers. We're winning on all fronts. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Thank you, President Trump. That's all for the weekly review. Stay tuned for analysis from our panel. Good night.